Hey y'all, Pastor Emil here, coming to you again from my office. This is Tuesday afternoon, it's about almost 4 o'clock. Had hoped to get to this earlier today, but hey, here we are. We're getting it done. You saw Mission Monday yesterday. Well, I'm hoping for today to be Tuesday Tunes. We'll see how that rolls out over the next several weeks, but uh, wanted to spend some time talking about some music, man, because music is awesome. Music is a way that things that are true, things that are good and right, and all kinds of things that are really important to us in life. Music kind of helps them come alive for us in ways that just saying the words and talking about the ideas, it just doesn't cut it. So music kind of helps it like really just hit you deep down in your heart and your soul and really capture you, and it stays with you in a way that a lot of other things can't. So music is awesome. I love music, and there's a lot of good musicians out there, a lot of good Christian songs, a lot of good songs that by non-Christian artists out there, but probably going to focus mostly on those. And my favorite band, Needtobreathe. If you were paying attention and were able to watch the Facebook Live event last week, I got a question about that. Needtobreathe, they rock. Pretty much anything that they put out, I love. A lot of their albums, the whole album is amazing, and just probably going to hear a lot of songs from Needtobreathe unless you participate. You tell me the songs that you're interested in, the songs you're thinking about, how they connect to your life, to faith, what it means to you, how it gives you strength, how it gives you comfort, all kinds of things like that. So today I wanted to start with my favorite band, Needtobreathe, and one of my favorite songs from them, a pretty popular song too, Hard Love. This is a song that has been played all over the place. Needtobreathe has not really sought to be a band that is considered a Christian band. They're just a band, and they have some deep faith and some strong faith, and they got a lot of great lyrics, a lot of great talent as musicians, and they just put stuff out there. Kind of winds up gravitating a lot towards the Christian folks, people of faith, because they really do have a deep faith of their own. But this song has been played all over the place. It's a great song. It's a song that's really helped me through some really, really tough times, just to get up and try again another day and hang in there. So send me your songs too. Remember that, so that I have some choices for the future to talk about. I'm just going to grab a quick drink here. My throat keeps catching here. But here's a song. I put out a little devotion today that had a prayer, scripture verse, and I put the link to this song in there. This is the Andra Day version that I put in the link. By far the best version of this song. No offense to Lauren Daigle, who happens to be a very talented musician, fantastic singer, but I'm telling you, the Andra Day version of this, far and away the best one. All right, so how does this song go? Trading punches with the heart of darkness, going to blows with your fear incarnate, never gone until it's stripped away. A part of you has got to die today. I don't know if you've ever felt like that, but it feels like every day you're going out and you're just doing battle against evil, against an enemy, against someone or something that's just out to get you. And you're just like, what am I doing? This is insane. I can't take it anymore. But that last part there, never gone until it's stripped away. A part of you has got to die today. Always makes me think about some things that Jesus has said, that those who seek to save their lives will lose it. Those who lose their lives for my sake will save it. To live is Christ, to die is gain. It's no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. There's a lot of stuff in Proverbs about being refined like silver and gold, and kind of being put into the fire, and the dross, or the imperfections, the things that are not uh, good for the metal, that keep it from being beautiful and wonderful and perfect. Those things come to the top and they kind of get taken away. So part of you has got to die today. Something in me each and every day has to change. And it's the struggles and the challenges of life where those weaknesses and those bits of selfishness and sin are still evident. And so they bring those things to the top. So I go, oh, there it is. I'm still doing battle against some of those things. In the morning, you're going to need an answer. Ain't nobody going to change the standard. It's not enough to just feel the flame. You've got to burn your old self away. Again, some of those same themes there, the same idea, kind of that old self dying and that new person coming to life. Hold on tight a little longer. What don't kill you make you stronger. Get back up, because it's a hard love. You can't change without a fallout. It's going to hurt, but don't you slow down. Get back up, because it's a hard love. I think there's a tendency among Christians and Americans in general that life is just supposed to be easy. And that if you're a Christian, well, then bad things shouldn't happen to you. And I know there are a lot of people that may not say that, but the fact is that we believe it. And the way we know we believe it is when bad things happen, right? So bad things happen and we start getting mad at God and questioning God. And it kind of reveals in us this idea that, well, we were really only being good. We were really only following God. We were really only doing our best to serve him and love him and worship him and all those things. We were just doing it to get what we thought would be a better life. We're not doing it for him. We're not doing it because we love him. We're doing it because we still love ourselves. So it's still kind of that selfishness that's motivating us in a lot of respects to have faith and to follow Christ. The love, the true love of God, I think, is not a love that just leaves us where we are. He loves us just as we are. He accepts us for who we are. He takes us with all our imperfections, warts and all, right? And he makes us his children. And that's a wonderful thing. And we're going to have a great future because of it. But he loves us so much that he's not going to leave us that way. And as I mentioned a little bit yesterday, I talked about sometimes you need kind of a kick in the pants to do the things you know you need to do. Well, God knows that too. And so his hard love is a love that gets us and propels us into the kinds of things that he knows we need to do and things that we would never do on our own. I mean, Jonah got swallowed by a whale so that, or a fish, right? Just so that he would go and do what he needed to do, what God knew had to happen. And I've got 4 kids, and there's a lot of things that I do because I love them that doesn't seem like it to them, I'm sure. There are a lot of things I don't let them do. There are a lot of things I challenge them about when they actually do them. And it's because I don't want them to grow up without learning the things that God has said that I need to do. He's given my wife this holy responsibility, this sacred responsibility to help them to learn and to grow and to become the people that he wants them to be, that he knows they can be. And so I'm kind of hard on them sometimes. It's just the way it is. So God's love is even more so like that. And it's even more perfect, and he gets it far better. He's got a much better vision of the future than I do for my kids. And so, again, he allows us to continue in some of these difficult circumstances and challenges. So that was the chorus here. The situation can't be right, and all you ever do is fight, but there's a reason that the road is long. It takes time to make your courage strong. Right? Again, it takes time to get us to where we need to be. And even when you get to where you think you needed to get to, you find when you get there that, you still have a long way to go. And that's just the journey, right? Hold on tight a little longer. There's the chorus again. But here's a passage, the bridge to this song. It's just really super meaningful for me. When the wolves come and hunt me down, I will face them all and stand my ground, 'cause there's a fire burning in me. They will see my strength in this love I found. Again, you got to listen to the Andre Day version, the link that's on my profile from the devotion I put together today. That song, that part right there, man, is just unbelievable. And it was an encouragement for me to sort of test my faith. Like, if I really believe in Jesus, and if Jesus is really that important to me, and he's everything for me, and he's more important than anything else this world has to offer, and no matter what gets taken away from me, whatever happens to me in this life, that I know for sure there is a life to come where I'll have all of that back and more, that should be evident, right? And so when the wolves come and hunt me down, right, they're going to see that there's this fire burning in me, and they will see strength that I have in this love I've found, the love of Christ, that people will see, and I got to hang in there and trust in him, believe in him, follow him, and actually the tough times are the times when people really see Jesus. People don't see Jesus when we go, oh, look at this brand new house I got. Look at this brand new car I got. Look at all these wonderful things that are happening in my life. Life is so good. Well, guess what? There are a lot of people out there that have all kinds of things going right in their life, all kinds of nice things, or at least it appears that way on the outside, and they got nothing to do with Jesus. So those are not the moments that are distinctly Christian. Those are not the moments that are unique to our testimony as Christians. The times where it's obvious are the times when we've got nothing else. Because it's in those moments, and you're seeing this now with the varying degrees of response to this whole crisis that we've been dealing with for the last few months. There are people that are falling apart. They're falling apart. Completely falling apart, and it's going to keep happening, and more bad things are likely to happen as the fallout from the government's response and all this kind of stuff. And I'm not trying to make any judgments about that. I'm just saying that there's going to be a lot of hurt people out there. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to lose things that they thought were everything. And if we as Christians lose things in the midst of all of this, physical things or just other aspects to our way of life, if we lose those things and we react with fear and anger and anxiety and all of those things, well, then we're just like everybody else. But if the love of Jesus has really pierced our hearts, our minds, our souls, and transformed us and given us true hope and peace and joy, well, people are going to see that, right? So it's those moments when Jesus becomes most evident to others. This is almost kind of like a Mission Monday moment in some respects, right? It's the hard times that bring out Jesus and display Jesus in us as Christians to the people around us. So that's the way it is. There's a Bible passage here that I've got that I think speaks to this. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 7 through 11. But we have this treasure in jars of clay to show that the surpassing power belongs to God and not to us. We are afflicted in every way, but not crushed, perplexed, but not driven to despair, persecuted, but not forsaken, struck down, but not destroyed, always carrying in the body the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be manifested in our bodies. For we who live are always being given over to death for Jesus' sake, so that the life of Jesus also may be manifested in our mortal flesh. So this is a fantastic song, and when you hit those tough times, figure out dig into the Word, get into prayer, meditate on Jesus, uh, and get that strength to make it through. Get that reminder of the incredible stuff that God has done for us in Jesus, right? Jesus came and died. Jesus suffered. Jesus suffered more than any of us will ever even begin to imagine. Jesus suffered the rejection of his own people. Jesus suffered betrayal and rejection, and he was spit upon. He was mocked. The greatest injustice ever, right? Because he's the only perfect person, and he's condemned to die. Even if we got falsely accused for something and we're sentenced to death, the fact is we're still sinners. We're still imperfect people that have failed in some way, even if it wasn't the way that we were actually accused of, right? So if Jesus is able to endure all of that with strength, with purpose, with peace, to go to the cross, to hang between two sinners there, to endure the complete separation from his Father, hell, right? If he's able to endure that, for us, for you, for me, we should be able to endure the things that are happening around us, knowing what's in store, right? Jesus knew that in the end, he wasn't going to stay in that grave, that his Father would raise him from the dead, that there would be something beyond that. And that's what helped him to make it through all those difficult times. And I'm sure it drove people nuts that he could face all of this with purpose, right? And when you hear about the earliest Christians, they were being thrown to the lions. And there are historical accounts of people witnessing this and kind of just being shocked at, just watch how they die, right? So, it is a hard love. Life is going to be hard. Life is going to be tough. But it is a love that can get us through anything and everything. Your job, success on your job is not going to give you the kind of strength to face all of the wolves that will no doubt come. Your bank account's not going to do it. Your fancy house and car ain't going to do it. Your health, your family, there are even good things, really good things that we should love and that we should treasure. Even those things, they just don't cut it. Even those things will be taken away from us. Even our spouses will one day not be with us. But if we hang on to Jesus, if we cling to Jesus, he is the one who gives us the strength that we need to face all of the difficulties that will no doubt come our way. And when they do, and when we have that strength in Jesus, man, people are just going to be blown away because there's nothing else that's helping people get through difficult times like this. The only way that they can do it is to really stop thinking. They actually have to not think about what they actually believe about life. They have to not take what they believe to its ultimate conclusion, right? If you believe that we're here all just by accident and this is just kind of natural selection, survival of the fittest, all those things, if that's true, then there's really there's nothing that can help you get through it. I mean, it's just despair. And more of the leading atheists out there, the philosophical thinkers that buy into this, more and more of them are honest, and they just say, yeah, the way to really have a decent life, once you come to this knowledge that it's all just happenstance, right? The only way to get through it is to just try not to think about it. But this song has helped me to dig deep, to think about what I actually have already in Christ, what he has already done for me, the faith that I have because of him, the way he has made me his child in baptism, all of these things. When I think about that and I meditate upon that and I remember that and I get rid of thinking about all the other things that are going around me, I find new strength to face all of those difficulties and stuff like that. So it's a great song. You should blast it as loud as you can. Again, the Andre Day version is the best one. And just let me know what you think. Let me know if it moves you, if it gives you the kind of strength that it's given me, the inspiration, and share it. Just share it out there. Like I said, it's been on a lot of different radio stations and things, not just Christian stations. So there are a lot of people that probably heard it, and you can say, "Hey, need to breathe." Hey, there's this guy talking about it over on Facebook, and you should check it out. They also have I put a link in the description here about their story. They did a podcast, an interview with a radio station about the album when it came out, and a bunch of songs on it. This one in particular, you should check it out. These guys are awesome. They're inspiring people of faith, and they've been through the ringer. They've been through hard times, and they see how God uses it all for His glory, His purposes, and to reach more and more people with the gospel. So anyway, those are my thoughts for the day. Hey, send me some messages or whatever about songs you've got. I got a ton that I can totally use. But if you got something and you want to hear something about that song, you take a look at it and see the way it applies to Scripture and how it applies to our lives. I'd love to talk about it because music is awesome. It's a gift from God. Good to be with you guys. Like, share, and send me your questions and comments. Take care. God bless. Bye.